Brexit Day on March the 29th, 2019 will see Britain leave the European Union in name only, under an EU plan leaked to the media hours after the so-called divorce deal was done. Instead, 2 transition years will follow Brexit, during which the UK stays subject to the entire body of EU law, set by Brussels, but no longer having any say in those laws. The UK faces a deadline to meet key Brexit conditions, and China, the US, and Europe's biggest economies report their latest import and export numbers. Police are working to establish why a student opened fire on 2 of his classmates at Aztec High School in New Mexico, killing them before he himself died. A rocket has been fired at Israel from the Gaza Strip, as tensions boil over following Donald Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. Vision, 7 News. A police patrol car in southern New Jersey catches the moment a meteor streaks across the sky. A Volkswagen executive who oversaw emissions issues has been sentenced to 7 years in prison for his role in a diesel emissions scandal. 2-day Field Marshal presenters Mel Gregg and Michael Christian break their silence on how they felt hearing of the death of Jacinta Saldivar after their prank phone call. Lifeline, 13/11/14 Uber paid $100,000 to a 20-year-old Florida man, who stole company data, to destroy the information and keep quiet about the breach. A U.S. judge has sentenced former South Carolina policeman Michael Slager to 20 years in federal prison for shooting Walter Scott, an unarmed black man, in the back as he fled. The UK faces a deadline to meet key Brexit conditions, and China, the US, and Europe's biggest economies report their latest import and export numbers. The UK will stay in the customs union and the single market for that time, and would have to abide by their rules such as the free movement of labour. The document implies the UK government has already agreed to these conditions, and European Council President Donald Tusk also gave that impression. As you know, the UK has asked for a transition of about 2 years, while remaining part of the single market and customs union, Tusk said. And we will be ready to discuss this, but naturally, we have our conditions. UK Prime Minister Theresa May and her ministers have previously insisted that Britain would leave both institutions on Brexit Day. In a statement to Parliament in October, May said, "As we leave the European Union in March 2019, we will leave full membership of the customs union and full membership of the single market." Get the latest news and updates emailed straight to your inbox. By submitting your email, you are agreeing to Fairfax Media's terms and conditions and privacy policy. She could argue the UK will no longer have full membership because it cannot set the rules, but that explanation would likely not be well received. In a sobering speech shortly after the divorce deal was announced, Tusk said he was satisfied with progress on the divorce deal, but the most difficult